Hey y'all, welcome. My name is Raven. I'm so happy to be back. It's been a while. I've definitely needed some time to just process a lot and do a lot of reflecting and just dealing with some life stuff, a lot of great things going on, like a lot of growth stuff, but also just like a lot of very real life shit. So definitely just like been taking my time to not just like not rushing myself to get back here. But child, like this Aries season, even prior to Aries season, but I just feel like this Aries season, the solar eclipse, it's Mercury retrograde right now. Man, it has really put me to the test as far as just like a lot of things have come up, just things that don't serve, don't work for where I'm going anymore. And I feel like it's caused me to change internally a lot and just starting to see life differently, starting to approach things, people, places differently. And with that comes the change outwardly, right? And I feel like sometimes that's one of the most challenge. It's like it's already challenging dealing with your own internal changes and trying to change, but the response of your change from externally is like can be really hard, especially if you're somebody who is just like very tapped in emotionally to what everyone else is feeling and thinking and what you think they may think, and like people pleasing behaviors. And if you've just grown up so much more concerned about everyone else around you and what people think about what you're going through, when you are changing, it can really be very hard. Like the emotions that come up, the resistance and the wanting to, there's like this tug of war, like this wanting to pull, like go forward, but then you find yourself kind of resorting back to go forward, to go back, because it's like your higher self knows like, okay, I'm moving forward. I know this has to change, but the older versions of you, the parts of you that just want to feel safe and protected and in your comfort zone, those parts are tugging at you. They're tugging, okay? um And something that has just been coming up for me is like, I have been feeling so stretched. And trying to go through all this like spiritual, like mental change and working to just like undo some patterns that I've held on to, from childhood or my teenage years, adolescence, that just don't work anymore for me as an adult. It's just trying to do that while also going through like real life, like adult shit, and trying to figure out, my next steps in life, you know, my purpose, and, you know, where kind of just like what my direction is. It just feels like so much at once. And sometimes I'm just like, how do you manage all of this at one time? Like, you know, should I like prioritize one thing over the other? But then they kind of all co-mix and mingle together. So I don't know. It's just, man, it's just like takes a lot of pivoting and going forth to go back and like retreating to reflect, but also like connecting with people and putting yourself out there so you can still maintain connection and support, and also put what you've been learning to work. It's a lot. And now that I'm saying this, I'm like, damn, it's exhausting. Like, I have been so tired. I have been so tired. I was telling a dear friend of mine, like, I like went out, I didn't drink, had a really amazing time with one of my besties. And I was like, I was telling them, like, I was so exhausted. Like, it took me like 2 days to recover. Like, I was so exhausted after that. Like, I just noticed, like, my body was just so sluggish and slow for like the next couple days. Like, my sleeping patterns were off. Like, I was just like, what the heck? Like, I had such a great time. And my friend was um, like, you probably were processing a lot. And I'm like, damn, that's so true. Like, even if you are out having a good time and doing your thing and adulting and tending, like, just trying to still live life and have fun, um, your body and your mind is still processing all that other stuff you have going on. And it just got me thinking, like, I'm an Aries, okay? So this is my season. Actually, I think today is the last day of Aries season, and then we hop into Taurus, okay? So then we really go be chilling and eating. I'm being so general, like, I'm like totally generalizing about Taurus, but every Taurus I know, they love their luxury eating, taking naps, they bed. Like, it's real. um, but I feel like I just being Aries, like, we are very gonna be like very impacted, and I have other placements that are just impacted right now during the solar eclipse and this Mercury retrograde. Like, it's so this is I'm going through it. Like, I'm doing a lot of shedding, a lot of processing, and internal and external work. So I kind of have that insight, so it's helping me. But the shit's just goddamn hard, and I'm exhausted. And I was just thinking, like, yo, we're a ram, like Aries are a ram, right? So we just be wanting to like move forward, like, come on, let's go, like, I just got that energy to just like charge forward. And there is this energy right now to charge forward. We're spring, like, just everybody's getting on the groove again. It's getting nicer outside, so I'm like feeling the energy. But I'm also just like, but I'm tired. Like, I just want to sleep. I want to take a nap. Like period. Like, seriously, I just want to sleep, child. Like, I'm exhausted. I'm processing so much at once. And so I've really been having to just take that time for myself. Like, I've really been having to slow down, but it's also like, I got shit that gotta get tended to, like, for real. So it's like I'm in this like survival mode, but also trying to thrive and do deep work. But also, like, you know, I live in this world, like this physical world, 3D, you know, um, and I still gotta make some shit shake. But right now, I think this time is just coming right now. This time has been making me have to like have a lot of faith, and it also helped me realize the faith. Like, I didn't have that much faith. Like, I'm a very resilient person, and I pray. Like, I believe in God, and I believe my elevated angels, my elevated ancestors, and the divine God is covering me and leading me and surrounding me. I have proof of that in my life. But sometimes it's like that human me just loses the trust, like loses the faith. I'm like, why does it seem easier for other people? And it just feels so damn hard. Like, I constantly feel like I'm just, ooh, 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 like, shit. I'm just trying to be like, you know what I'm saying? Trying to, ooh, hey, like, I don't know why. Yeah, I drink coffee. I don't drink, I usually drink decaf. Um, and I've been drinking regular coffee this week. Like, I've just been wanting it and kind of needed it, honestly. I needed some more fuel because my body naturally just, I haven't, maybe I haven't given it a chance to, but child, that's another situation. We'll talk about that another time. But I drank some coffee. Let me sip my lime water. Um, but like, I've been really having to like, my Aries ass has been having to really sit back and like have more faith. And also, because I feel like I have an independent nature, I've had to be a lot more vulnerable this year. Like, tell people I don't know what I'm doing. I'm scared. I need help. Like, can you sit with me? And like, can you just witness me? Can you hear me? Just, like actually, if somebody asks like how I'm feeling, like actually really saying how I'm feeling, like I can't do this shit alone. I don't want to. I still love having my independence and knowing that I can rely on myself, but I've just really needed other people, man. Man, I'm just so grateful for this time in my life, but it doesn't go beyond me that it's been challenging, but it's really helping me grow as a person, as an adult, as a human. I don't always get this shit right. I am by far the least like perfect person, and I don't want to be perfect. I mean, I am kind of a perfectionist. That's for another day. But I I am just really I'm trying. I'm trying, you know? Um and I just have had to slow it down. I was in a intuitive writing class with some beautiful people this past week, and the instructor or the guide of the group, you know, she was just like, right now we're in a time of surrender. Like, the energy right now is surrender, but there's also a lot of resistance to the surrender. Baby, I said, how she done hit it. Boink. She done hit, boink, boink, boink. She done hit it. Like, I was just like, damn, that's so real though. Real ish right there. Because the resistance to the stuff that I'm going through or dealing with has just been like, the resistance is real. And I'm definitely just trying to surrender more and allow things to happen the way they need to, but also discerning when it's like, okay, you need to take this step forward. You need to take this step forward before you can, before like a source of support can come in for you as well. Pardon me, y'all. There's somebody that I don't know, like a little, not turn judge, but just a male figure that I'm just like seeing outside my window. So I'm just peeping game, and also they just saw me in my window, and I'm like, I'm a beautiful woman. You see me in my room, like, like, so I had to pause a little bit, just peeping the scene. Okay, ladies, watch yourselves, not to live in fear, but I see you, make sure I catch the face. Um, but yeah, just like really surrendering and trusting the process, and also being discerning. That's what I'm saying, being discerning about like, okay, is this my like, there are some incremental steps that I do need to take, right? Because there's still things we have to do on our part, but like, what's mine and what's spirit, what's my ancestor, like what those guys that I'm working with, seen, unseen, how, where is my work in the mix? And I think that's maybe where that tug of war is coming from. It's like that go forward, up, right, or this right here, you got to step back for this one. Go forward, up, you got to come back to that because this needs more attention. Okay, now you can, so it's really taking a lot of patience. Patience. Aries again. Patience and courage to follow your own journey, your own process, your own path, despite what's happening in your situation or despite what's happening around you. And so, yeah, that's just like where I'm at right now. I'm being stretched. I'm having to face just real things internally and externally that need tending to. Surrendering, showing up for myself, disappointing people when I need to. Just saying yes to myself more and taking a step back. And that leads me into, I did pull some cards, some of my Oracle deck. And it's just wild because I didn't really know what I wanted to talk about today, honestly. I was just like, what do I even say? Like, I feel so awkward sometimes getting on here. But I think I said exactly what needed to be said, and I pulled these cards, and ease and grace came up. Ease and grace. Just like what this card, the message was kind of like, just take a step back, like take a moment to like sit in it, don't forge forward. And it's just so wild because it's like the message was saying, I know you want to just boom, like through the gate, but it was just like it literally was saying the energy is around you to do that, but you are being called to sit in it for a second, take your time, take it step by step. That energy would be more rewarding for you in the long run. So I'm just like, wow, like this is crazy because this is exactly what I'm going through right now. And I feel like a lot of people are going through around me right now. And then mother, father, God. And this one's just like saying like you're being guided by your like spirit parent and whatever that means for you. But it also, what came up for me is a lot of things are coming up about like parental figures and like healing ancestry and just like really noticing the things that are like, oh, okay, I can see that, how that pattern or that habit shows up in my bloodline. And also looking at the relationship with mom, dad, or the feminine and masculine, and just reflecting on that, healing that, and just taking time to like really tap in with it. So there was that. And then that ease and grace, and then it's like mother, father, God, where it's like, okay, it's like, okay, you got like it's that tending to that you're tending to the garden, like you're in it right now. You in it. Take a step back, boo. Baby, why the card after mother, father, God? Take a step back. Stop it. Keep it going. And the car's just like, and then you have like this light beaming and like coming through. It's just like, take a step back, take it in, evaluate. And the message was saying like, look at your vision, look at your goals. It's about a lot of reflecting, a lot of fine tuning, checking back in with things, because it was saying if you rush forward and forge ahead, there could be intricate steps that you need to see that if you miss it, it could put you into harsher realities and experiences internally and externally. So really taking that time to take a step back. And trust, it brought up trust. Like, it's just why, like, all of this is like surrender, trust, honoring, and and going into that mother father wound, or the feminine masculine, the you're in, also like you are being wrapped in love and guidance from your spirit team, from your spirit parent. The last card, inner child healing. We're healing our inner child, y'all. I know y'all have heard this, but I think collectively we are all we I mean, most of us at this point, hopefully younger generations and younger continue to just have more folks who are healing and processing their emotions and having space held for them, holding space for others, so we can create more healthy human beings, more healthy spirits. Inner child work. If you are watching this, you probably have gone through some shit as a kid, okay? Come on now. We all done gone through some shit. And there's ways we act, how we engage in relationships, how we don't engage in things, how we go after things or don't go after things we want. A lot of that a lot of it, I ain't saying all of it, but a lot of it stems from that inner child. What I love about this message, right? So go to like Google inner child healing, if you're curious about that. What I love about the message for this card is it's saying like your inner child wants to have fun. Because I think also when we talk about the inner child, it's also like healing and processing and reflecting. You need to do that too. What they call like also shadow work, right? Like you need to get at those things that are in the dark so you can shine a light on them so they can get that vitamin D, boo. Like, so it can be seen and you can like witness yourself. And if you need help if you need support with that, if that's too much for you to do on your own, getting that support from someone, something, I don't know, getting it something that is supportive for you in that moment. But this card is also saying to have fun. What did you like to do as a kid that you didn't care if anybody was judging you? You just were like, I'm about to do this. Like, I'm having a good time. Like, I'm not thinking about it. Oh my God, they're looking. Oh, I don't want to be. No. Like, what did you do as a kid where you just like, ah! Or something that just like a dream, like a kid dream of yours, or an inner kid, inner teen, like just that younger part of you that just like, the card was saying like you say like you would think that, oh, like I'm too old to do that or too grown to do that now. Think about that. One thing I thought of for me was like dancing. I love dancing. I love just expressing myself. Like sometimes I imagine myself up on a stage, like getting it, like Queen Bee, or like just I love following like dancers on Instagram online, and just seeing the way they move. They just like move effortlessly, and their bodies is just so technical, but also so free and flowing. It just seems so empowering, and sometimes I just like want to be able to do those moves and be out and be breaking it down. um but yeah, I'm going to end it here. I think I've said all I needed to say. But just take care of yourselves, and show yourself as much ease and grace as possible, and a lot of compassion at this time. I mean, you could be someone where it's like go mode right now. Like you doing good, you've been doing the healing. Like I am rooting for you and I'm so freaking proud of you. Like I'm so proud of you. And if you are someone, or someone in between, wherever you are on your journey right now, you know, listen to yourself, listen to your body, like check in with yourself. If your body's like, yes, I'm energized, I'm ready to go, you tap in with you and figure out what that next step is. But if your body's like, tired, girl. Maybe reevaluate like what your priorities are right now, or just take a step back, do some of that reflecting of like, okay, like let me reimagine what needs to be done right now, or maybe I need to change something in my schedule to kind of create a little more space for me to get a nap in, like take some time for you. And this is something I can talk about at some point down the line. but also releasing that shame and guilt for like what you need. Even if you can't fully take it away or erase it, just finding that like inner thing or power to like push you a little bit to follow what your needs are, regardless of what people think of you, what people are saying. Like, start tending to that part of you that feels that shame and guilt for advocating for yourself, for taking naps. I'm talking to myself here too, for just taking time for yourself. This world is gonna go. It's always gonna be on go mode. It will literally drag you into the ground if you allow it. But if you take the reins and listen to what your current needs are, what your guides are telling you, there will be or can be a lot more ease and grace, even in the tough times. Even if it's hard, it doesn't mean there's still not ease and grace in there, even though the situation's hard. Sometimes you have to create a little more space for it. You have to create a little more awareness of it. You have to make your mind see, where is the joy in my life? You know, where can I create more of that in my life if I don't feel like it's there? Where is the ease and grace in my life? It's there. Do what you gotta do for you, boo. So happy to talk to you guys. I'll be back. Happy Aries season. We got this. Bye, y'all.